Have you ever wondered if everything around you vanished? Food, water, animals, trees. What would you do to survive? Today, that question may sound extreme, but thousands of years ago, humans gave it a terrifying answer. One that history remembers not in ink, but in blood. Frozen in time underscore this is a tale from over 40,000 years ago. The earth was locked in the grip of an ice age. Snow covered the ground. Winds howled through empty forests, and survival was nothing. Short of a miracle, food was gone. Fruits no longer grew. The great animals, mammoths, bison, bears either vanished or became hunters themselves, and humans, they had no crops, no fire under control, no language to speak their fears. They had only one thing, the will to survive. One small tribe, known in ancient memory as Lahan, clung to life in what is now Europe. Wrapped in animal skins, hidden deep in caves, they lived each day not knowing if they would see the next. Hunger beyond death, the snowstorm had lasted for days. Temperatures had dropped to -30 degrees Celsius. No one had eaten. Not even the strongest hunters could find prey. Children cried, lips blue with cold. Elders collapsed into silence. And mothers held their babies to dry breasts, praying for milk that had long since vanished. Then, the tribe's oldest man, Nar, broke the silence. If we do nothing today, by tomorrow morning, we'll all be dead. The chieftain, Almor, stared into the fire. What are you suggesting? He asked. Nar's voice trembled, but his eyes were calm. I've heard stories from the elders before me. When a tribe faced death, they turned to their dead for life. The cave went silent. Breathing became heavy. The choice we have buried bodies in the snow. Nar continued. They haven't rotted. The cold has preserved them. They gave us life once. They can save us again. Almor looked around. Children were shivering. Women were weeping silently. He closed his eyes, and in the morning, a few men silently left the cave with crude tools. They dug into the snow, and they brought a body back. No one spoke. No one cried. They simply watched. The first night they lit a fire, skinned the corpse with stone knives, wrapped the flesh in leather, and cooked it. The children were fed first. A mother placed a piece in her child's mouth. Tears streamed down her face. Eat, my child, please eat. And in that moment, humanity crossed a line it could never uncross. A new normal, the days turned into weeks. The impossible became routine. When someone died, they weren't buried. They were shared. Elders offered themselves, whispering, "Let my body give you life, even when I cannot." No one looked each other in the eye anymore. No one prayed. They just survived. Until Almor stood one night and said, "This is saving us, but it's changing us. Are we still human? Or have we become something else?" The hidden horror, eventually, all the dead were gone. No more bodies left to eat. And then, something darker happened. a young man disappeared. 2 days later, his torn skin was found near the fire pit. Almer's heart sank. It had begun. Humans were no longer just eating the dead. They had begun hunting the living. He tried to stop it, but fear and hunger had hollowed the tribe. The survivors, the snow finally began to melt. Green broke through the frost. Small animals returned to the forests. The Ice Age loosened its grip. All more gathered those who remained. They had survived, but not without cost. We live, he said, but we are not who we were. We fed on each other to keep our hearts beating. But what did it cost our souls? Nar was gone. His final words echoed, "The hungry man may die, but the man who kills for food, he has already died inside." Historians remain silent, but the earth remembers. Buried bones, cracked skulls, teeth marks on human ribs, found deep in ancient caves across Europe, confirm the truth. Yes, it happened today. We order food with a tap of a finger. We waste what our ancestors would kill for. But deep within us still lives a truth older than fire, in the darkness of hunger. Even the most human heart can forget what it means to be human.